Doggone it. Oh man. Better receive. Man, hurts when the boys. Tyler Lancaster, man, gotta sit your ass down somewhere, boy. Nigga Matt Henningsen, man. Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? My nigga Frank Clark in this bitch, man. Oh, let me see. Ooh-wee. Let me see, where's Clark at? 70. 72. He's up, man. Brown and Frank Clark, yeah. Old Clark, he got better awareness. He got the best tackle. Ooh, Browning got it. He's a better tackler. Goodness gracious. Both of them terrible. That's what we picked up from the Chiefs.
Gangsta, back the chair, dog. Oh. Can't be shit.
Put that nigga right there. Alright, man. Stay goddamn line.
gangsters don't dance, we boogie. Doing some shit before you
Backyard
get in the game, so you
boogie.
ain't gotta waste no time out like I did yesterday. That shit worked out. You ain't gotta waste no time out when you really need that motherfucker. Fuck some shit up. That's what that time out is for. Fuck some momentum up.
Keep it like that. Alright, here we go.
Fucking good.
This the first stick?
Yeah.
You saved it?
I just did, unless you press circle.
I press circle to get out.
You should press X first.
Nigga, why didn't you save it?
I did it. All you had to do is press circle. See if it actually should be saved.
I need to save my shit.
Backyard boogie, backyard boogie. Who with the backyard boogie? You could have made me put that on right quick.
Oh.
Backyard boogie. West side, go live.
Motherfucking song. 2011 when it was at the club.
Doom, 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 doom.
Look at them two freaks getting busy on the disc.
Like you know, it's some West Coast people, they always trying to do some shit like that. Gangster shit. What's wrong with these people?
That's what's wrong with them. I don't know how to nigga. Johnson. Alright, I'm just making sure they have my nigga right, man. Cause I ain't like that shit.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hey, flipper!
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Over the middle and complete to Addison. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Cousins. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent...
There he goes, left side. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Was solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line, allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Off the play fake, Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Cousins on the keeper. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's Cousins on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Madison. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Here we go, here we go.
From the end zone, Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, it's Walker. 7 yards there and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Throwing is Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Smith. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. Going to lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And now off to the races, down the right side. Down the right sideline. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And, Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Cousins fakes a jet sweep, and off play action, he wants to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he fields it cleanly. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Zebra. Wait on.
On play action, Cousins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
After the interception, here's Smith. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The final shot here before break. Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Gun.
In motion right is Addison. Cousins on first down. This is caught by Addison. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
List 50, list 50. Hey, can't. What's up?
To throw, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Cousins going to change it up.
Leave it. Bring up 48. Wide. Gun. Yellow. What's that?
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Two.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He has his target. It's Addison. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
Hey, we're good.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, steamer.
Again, it's Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. To throw is Cousins. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Julian Love picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game, but give credit to the...
And got his man complete. How about this? Racing to the end zone, and all the way in, touchdown.
Let's see what happens.
It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Denver Broncos. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. How about this? He's to the 10. And all the way home for the Broncos.
No chance, huh, Miles? No chance, huh, Miles?
And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So now Fry back out following the score. He'll send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Come on.
2nd and 10.
Striker. 3-3.
Now Lance again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And Lance now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Say, dog, Miles, dog.
Each team's had it. Each team is.
You need to come over here and get red, nigga.
The kicks away.
Yo.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Again, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson dancing to his left. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 7-7, our score after 1. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
36 power.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it.
You trying to inherit somebody else's beat, bro. I'm talking to somebody that's on my stream.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Finding Williams on the check down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where the low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Short throw caught by Dosich. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
A 56-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Ready.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete.
I told you, you trying to inherit somebody else's beat, huh?
Boy, a real head scratcher there. Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On first down, Wilson. Screenplay set up for Williams. 7 yards there on the first down screenplay.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, it was well for a solid gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
So with your internet, bro.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to
Damn, that ain't face mask, bro.
He's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Look for signals. Touch 50, touch 50.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, hey. Friday, 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 Friday. Screaming.
Now it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And Lance going to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. Green Jack. Right, white. Ready.
Shotgun now for Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 33 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch?
Yeah, I know, low-key, they robbed me on my damn touchdown.
Secure the catch. And then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think?
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Finding room at midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mims in motion left. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Now it's Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
14. Alert. Good job right there. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Oren Burks. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Lance now on 1st down. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. Into space at the 45. Across midfield. He's on his way. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 79 yards. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Now Moody for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Moody to kick kickoff for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson, they'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Javon Hargrave able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Come on, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging them, giving them a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Blue striker. Set.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Broncos.
Marvin Mims with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I think the Broncos have it. They do.
Got it, baby! Let's go! Let's go! They been cheating me the whole game with these whole ass interceptions. I'm still gonna fight though, nigga. Got that hole, nigga. Got that hole. You want this black? Got that hole.
It's more interesting.
Give me
you get
that.
the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still.
It's not mission accomplished.
He said, fuck this shit.
They're in a great spot right
Hey,
now.
that's how I've been feeling.
They put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. Now they go screen. It's complete.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here comes 2nd down and 5.
Let's go, double. Punch left.
They go play action with Wilson. On the move to his left. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, they
tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this.
He's got him in, complete. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Good game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Denver, good night, everybody. The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Listen to me.
Cousins looking to put it up right away. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Cousins now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there, because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Nwangwu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Cousins now from the 50. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Now a handoff to Chandler. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Throwing, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Joseph is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 66 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on all.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And what a play by Andrew Booth. Got to him quickly, kept him from even getting back to the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 14 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Sanders now to add the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Lead it, bring up 48.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. He may go, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for two. They'll try and throw for it. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Cousins. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect him with his legs for that first down pickup.
Buying time to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa.
Come on, Loki, send that invite. I'm ready. Let's go. Don't be scared. Yeah, more money _87. Send me the invite. Don't tell me you're scared. Who on PS4? I don't know. Who on PS4? This PS5. Send me the invite if you got one, Loki. I did. I think that was you. M3 boosted. I think that was you. Yeah, that was you. Yeah, it was you.
Let's get it.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap as it'll be the Denver Broncos
I finally got the
taking on
goddamn
the
kickoff.
New York Jets.
I almost don't want to even kick the ball out, bro. I'm looking to score.
Elliott Fry now set to do the honors, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
No. Going right.
Now Hall to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
See. Hey, don't be
The last play got
Trying to
just
look at my
go.
plays either,
Second
sitting there
and
watching the
from
stream
26.
either. Polly.
Hall again on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his
reception,
hand.
dog.
Now he's loose down the middle of the
Damn.
field. And all the way down to the 33.
see my dude switch hands out
It's a
for
big
it.
play there for the Jets on third down. 46
Like they hurt
yards.
it, bro.
And the offense is
Like
saying
his
to
arms
himself
hurt.
right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide
Like, come on, man. We
open.
can't get a,
And
I
once he
can't get a
made the
better
catch,
fucking
plenty of room to work his way
Except
downfield.
on the ball
That was a
than that.
breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Look again. 26.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Here's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
That's all the way.
And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive.
Slowing down.
Started
slowing down.
Ideal, but I think they also send a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't.
And the Jets pressure to Rodgers. Down he goes. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop it.
It may be cliche, but it is something that builds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
Yeah.
And he takes us across the 15 to the
Give a little
17.
show.
4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Third and long, it's Wilson. Screenplay set up for Williams.
Oh, come on, baby.
30 stops him
Going
short
for
of
that.
first down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete.
Oh.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2. Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
Get up in there, baby. Get up in there.
At the 48. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos.
Get up in there.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Wilson's going to go down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Spike the ball because I've been spamming the square because I'm throwing the fucking ball.
Timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Fucking up my timetable.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson flush to his right.
Hey, dude.
Just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Hardman on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had a good drive going their first time out, ended with the interception. The good news is they get kind of a mulligan because we're still at 0-0.
They certainly do, and you notice he spent a lot of time on the phone. You know, and I know he wasn't talking to mom and dad on that when he was talking to the eyes upstairs, talking to the coaching staff. Guaranteed. What did you see? What was I doing? How do we make sure that doesn't happen again in this ball game?
Back north.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Look at that.
Now it's Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
There's the stiff arm. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
A gain of 3. 2nd and goal. At the 5-yard line.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Give to Hall running right. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. On play action, Rodgers. And that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Randall Cobb, 28 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he finds Corey Davis. And this is going to be another 1st down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Rodgers.
On the out route, he finds Hardman.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Mecole Hardman.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And that flag accepted.
Now another shot here at the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now Wilson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here's Hardman to return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On play action, now Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, 48 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick and play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. He's got the first down and more than that. And he is going to have a Broncos first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first. Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 more yards there and another first down.
14.
Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So Fry now, after the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. And able to find out on Lazard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
We are going. Easy.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Bye. 6:30.
Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Paul want to give up the middle. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They'll run with Hall. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
All right.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. Down the left sideline. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards.
First down, Denver.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Quentin Jefferson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Going for a right side here, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. Here's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And the Jets have got it. The fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Man, I'm sitting here mashing the triangle button. They wouldn't let me even do no type of animation on the fucking play.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. To throw is Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Good game. Running back if you want to. This they bullshit. I gotta check these files right quick.
Touchdown, New York. Bam Knight, 38 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing is Wilson, rolling to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Touch 50, touch 50.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. On 1st down, Wilson. Screenplay set up for Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. Hey, black.
Running left, it's Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers looking to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quad Williams. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
At their own 7-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something
Good game.
Heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, man.